Welcome everybody here. In this video, which is going to be a very short one but brief and concise, and everything is going to be marked in a nutshell, we will discuss all these things mentioned over here, SSC CGL, and why that is one of the most hyped examinations in the country. Why people want to appear in CGL and get a job in CGL. What are the job profiles? What's the promotion? What about those increments inside? What about the additional perks? What's the age relaxation? And everything such will be discussed in this short video. I repeat, in brief and precise manner. Let's start the session and discussing all these things step by step. The first thing is the eligibility criteria. Of course, SSC conducts a lot of examinations, but the minimum one in almost every examination is 18 years. The maximum one varies. Some say 27, for some it's 30, and for max of them, it's actually 32. I repeat, so it varies between 18 to 32 for most of the posts here, most of the examinations here, and of course in SSC CGL also. But if you belong to any category specified under the PDF or the eligibility criteria, if you belong to some weaker section, if you have served in the army, military and such, whenever SSC releases the official notification, every single detail such is mentioned over there in the detail. So basically we can talk about 18 years to 32 years. And yes, you can get some relaxation if you are there in that category or that consideration, if I say. So 18 to 32 years, educational qualification for CGL, if I say, because I think you know, for MTS we can be 10th pass, for CHSL it's the 12th level 1, and CGL the combined graduation, if I say, needs a graduation degree from any recognized university and such. So that's the eligibility criteria, which is not pretty much impacted. That's the exam pattern, if I say. We have tier 1 and tier 2, basically the most important and crucial of all. We have tier 3 also, sometimes for some posts, the descriptive one, also the computer-based test and such. The most important is the first one, the tier 1, where we have 4 subjects: English, reasoning, GA and GS, and of course aptitude mathematics. And all the 4 subjects, we have 25 questions each of 2 marks each. So there are a total of 100 questions of 200 marks, which we have to qualify in order to get selected for CGL Tier 2, in order to appear in SSC CGL Tier 2, which is around the corner in next months, if I say. The cutoff I've been teaching since 2013, if I be honest, used to be before 2016, 92, 96, 98, 102. Mind my words, I said the cutoff used to be of past before 2016, if I'm saying and if I say. Here in 2024, and if you are watching this video later, the cutoff is nothing less than 140 plus minus 2 to 3 marks, if I say, or a max of 5. So it's always more than 135, sometimes 140. And if we distinguish the lists, list 1, list 2, list 3, say for double AO and such, it may be more than 160 also. You have to prepare yourself thoroughly, you have to cover the subjects carefully, and then you can score 140 or 140 plus marks in SSC CGL Tier 1 examination. When it comes to all the subjects, English, 1 scores, students generally score 22, 23 marks out there, 23 questions, I'm sorry, so 40 to 42, 44 marks out there. The same happens in reasoning, the same happens in mathematics, but the same doesn't happen in GA and GS. It's basically quite low. If we talk about GA and GS, people who have been preparing for this and who have prepared for this better know this. GA and GS is, I shouldn't say anything because some may take ill of this. You check the previous year cutoff and the score of your seniors, of the toppers, and everyone who has been selected. GA and GS makes that nuances, or what should I say here, cover that completely. When it comes to CGL Tier 2 examination, one more thing I would like to highlight here. 2 years ago and before that, the marks of CGL Tier 1 used to be considered. Nowadays, CGL Tier 1 is just qualifying for SSC CGL. So it doesn't matter you score 137 or 139 or 143, they are just qualifying in nature. Main emphasis there is CGL Tier 2, where we used to have only mathematics and English of 200 questions here, marks here if I say. Now that has been reduced to 45 questions in English, 30, 25 and such. A total of 390 marks there in CGL Tier 2 nowadays. And all the 4 subjects in Tier 1 are asked in SSC CGL Tier 2 examination along with computers, but that is qualifying in nature. Need not qualify, need not score pretty much there. You just qualify that examination and you'll be a part of the next process. For some posts, we have the descriptive test where either essay writing, sometimes letter writing, or seldom précis writing may be there. And that's of course the descriptive one. And for some posts, we may have the computer-based test, the CPT, the skill test and such. Depends upon the posts. As I said, when the notification is released, every single thing is marked in the notification. That's a general overview. It differs from post to post, from job to job and such and such. If you talk about the syllabus, if you are here, we've been taking classes from dusk to dawn. I shouldn't say from dawn to dusk. If I say from the beginning, from the morning till the evening, we've been taking classes of all the subjects here. Can study for free at YouTube also at oliveboard. And of course, if you talk about GA and GS, say reasoning first, we have similarities and this and this and this. Why should I mention I teach English actually? A faculty from GA will mark you precisely, but I've marked something. If I talk about GA, current affairs, history, geography, polity, economics, science, and pretty much apart from this, not just these 4 terms. If I talk about aptitude, the number systems, algebra, geometry, trigonometry, and such. English, we have grammar, which covers all. We have vocabulary, millions of words are there. SSC has a database of dozens of thousands of words and they ask from that. We have antonyms, synonyms, and the comprehension part for RC, close test, parasamples and such. And for Tier 3 also, we have the descriptive part. For Tier 4, the skill test or the computer one. So that's the syllabus, the eligibility criteria, and the sections if I talk about. If you talk about the jobs in SSC, why people hype this examination pretty much, or this is one of the most hyped ones in India, that's the department. These are the departments, if I be honest, and some jobs out there. If I be honest, you get ASO in CSS, the group B ones or the group C ones. You get assistant in Ministry of External Affairs. Think about this again, Ministry of External Affairs. You get job in Income Tax Department, the Central Excise Inspector, the CBEC, the sub-inspector, and many such. You also have group C posts, the auditor, the TA, tax assistant, the accountant, the senior secretary, secretariat assistant, the JSO also, and many such. Okay, so these are the departments, the posts you work on, and who doesn't want to work in income tax department? Who doesn't want to work in this Ministry of External Affairs, AAO, and many posts such which have high amount of perks, salary, designation, your dignity, and all these things make them one of the most hyped ones examinations, also the posts out there. And if we talk about salary starting from 25,000 and such, it goes up to 1 lakh and such. Actually, they differ from post to post and such, and many conditions are also there. But generally, if I talk about for Group C, it starts from 25,000 to almost 80,000. If we talk about Group B, depends upon the level of pay as well. It starts from roughly 44,000 to 1 lakh and even more than that also. And of course, you have additional perks, including the DA, the DNS allowances, HRA, and the travel allowances, and many such. Okay, if we talk about the promotion and career growth, people, students who have not qualified, who were not able to qualify SSC CGL and they qualified SSC CHSL examination, there have been many instances where students who joined SSC CHSL, but they went through those internal examinations and got their posts grades upgraded. Yes, there are many internal examinations out there in the department, the departmental ones we can say. And if you appear in those and qualify, you can get your job, your post, your salary, your grade, pay improved. Promotions based on seniority, departmental examinations, for example, an ASO can be promoted to the section officer, under secretary, and such. You also get salary increments based on your promotions and central government policies. If we talk about medical and some physical requirements, not for all posts do we need a medical examination, but for some of them we need some medical examinations, like marked here. For posts like inspector, of course, you need to have some physical in that way. Sub-inspector, some tests related to your physical and such are conducted, which may need, depends upon post to post, as I've said, height, your chest, your vision standards, your walking, cycling tests for certain posts. So I think now you know why CGL, working in Ministry of External Affairs, working with a starting salary of 86,000. I would love to work there too, and that's it. So there are many things for SSC CGL. That was just an overview. I loved to mark here. I hope I was up to the point. In case of any query, objection, suggestion, you can drop your comments over here. And we've been taking classes, as I marked, from the morning till the evening. You are all welcome here at YouTube in the paid classes across oliveboard. Thank you so much for being here. That was Kapildev Sharma, one of the English faculties here. If you want to study with me, can catch me here at YouTube in the evening at 6 p.m. for free on a daily basis. Would love to see you in the classes. You can join to the or subscribe to the channel if you are new here. And yes, of course, do join us on the official Telegram channels. Thank you so much. Would love to see you pretty soon. Thank you.